Everyone in Mapletown remembered that day. The market was full. Children played with kites. Old men drank sweet tea under the trees. But when she walked in, everything stopped. Mothers hid their babies. Shopkeepers turned their faces. And little kids whispered, "Why is her neck so long?" But no one said it out loud because they all remembered what happened last year, the day Lily's secret came out. Once upon a time, a long time ago, in a quiet town named Maple, there lived a girl named Lily. Lily was kind. Lily was pretty. Lily was the best baker in town. She made sweet rolls with honey, soft bread with butter, and cupcakes with rainbow icing. People loved her for her warm smile and soft voice. But Lily had a secret. She always wore big scarves. No matter how hot it was, she will always wear red scarves, yellow scarves, blue scarves. She never took them off, not even when she was cooking by the fire or walking on the street. Everyone thought, maybe she has a mark on her neck. Maybe she's just shy. But no one knew the truth. Not even her best friend, Daniel. Daniel and Lily grew up together. They picked mangoes from the same tree. They ran through the fields barefoot and free. When they grew older, Daniel became a teacher and Lily opened her bakery. Every day, Daniel would buy a sweet rolls from Lily. As Daniel will bit into the soft, warm bread roll, he will always smile and say, "One day I will marry the girl who made this." Lily laughed. "Her cheeks will be pink like her apron. Then you will be eating my rolls forever," she giggled. They were happy. They laughed. They dreamed together. Every morning, Daniel would come to the bakery just to see her. Even if he did not buy anything, he would say, "Your smile is sweeter than sugar today." And Lily would blush every single time. But everything changed. One bright morning, a new girl came into town. Her name was Ruby. Ruby had red lips, big curves, shiny red shoes, and dresses that sparkled under the Sunday. She walked like music. She talked like she was on stage. And when she laughed, people turned around. The people in Maple liked new things. They started whispering, "Who is she? She sings so well. She looks like a movie star." Slowly, they forgot about quiet, kind Lily with flour on her cheeks. Daniel started walking a different way to school. He did not stop by the bakery anymore. Lily stood by the window every morning, waiting. But he would not come or pass by. Then she saw him at the town square, standing close to Ruby, laughing, smiling. Ruby touched his arm. He did not pull away. Lily's heart felt heavy and still. She hoped and said to herself, "Maybe he was just being friendly. Maybe tomorrow he will come back." But the next day he did not. Or the next. Then one afternoon, a customer walked into the bakery and whispered to Lily, "Did you hear? Daniel is getting married to Ruby." Lily dropped the tray she was holding. Her hands began to shake. She turned away quickly and smiled at the customer, pretending everything was okay. But deep inside, something broke. That evening, Lily stood alone in the bakery. She looked at the tray of warm roll, Daniel's favorite. She whispered to herself, "You said you would marry the girl who made this." And for the first time, Lily did not cry about the heartbreak. She just stood there, quiet. While the last roll slowly turned cold, She did not let it break her down, not even at their traditional wedding when she stood at the back and smiled while holding a tray of cupcakes for the guests. But something in her broke. That night she went home, stood in front of her mirror and slowly removed her scarf. Her neck was not like others. It was long, too long, long like a giraffe. She had hidden it all her life, with scarves and smiles. But now she did not care. She thought of it and decided not to hide her neck again. The next morning, she walked through Mapletown with no scarf, not even a smile on her face. Children screamed. Old men dropped their tea. Mothers clutched their children. And Ruby fainted. Daniel ran to Lily. He was so surprised to see her looking like that for the first time. "Why did you not tell me?" he asked, his voice shaking. Lily looked at him and said, "Because I thought love would see my heart, not my neck." The town was never the same again. Some said Lily had cursed the wedding. Some said her neck was magic. Some just stopped talking to her. Lily left Mapletown the next day. She did not tell anyone where she was going. No one saw her again. But every year, on the same day, sweet rolls appear on every doorstep in Maple. Warm, soft, honeyed, and tied with a red scarf. The town of Maple moved on, or so it seemed. But no one really forgot Lily, especially Daniel. His wedding with Ruby was big. The music was loud. There was plenty of food. But his heart was quiet. Every time he held Ruby's hand, he remembered Lily's soft fingers dusted in flour. Every time he kissed Ruby's cheek, he remembered the smell of honey from Lily's bakery. And every time he laughed, it did not feel real. Meanwhile, far beyond the river and hills, Lily walked alone. She walked past towns where children pointed and laughed. She walked past cities where people took pictures of her long neck. But she did not stop leaving her life. She wanted to find a place where nobody knew her, where she could start again. One night, she found it. A quiet village called Whisper Wind. Here, no one laughed at her neck. They welcomed her with open arms. Children loved playing around her. They only asked, "Can you teach us how to bake?" So she stayed. She opened a small shop and called it Scarfless Bakery. She smiled again. She laughed again. She wore no scarves. And for the first time, Lily was proud of who she was. Back in Maple, strange things began to happen. The bread stopped rising. The honey lost its sweetness. The air felt dry and empty. The people missed Lily's touch, but no one said it out loud. Except for one person, Ruby. Ruby had everything she wanted: dresses, parties, attention, but she did not have peace. One morning, she told Daniel, "Go find her, not because you love her, but because you broke her." Daniel agreed and left the following morning to search for Lily. He asked farmers. He asked travelers. He crossed rivers and climbed hills. Finally, in a small village that smelled like warm bread and joy, he saw her. Lily. She wore a lemon apron. Her long neck glowed in the sunday, and her eyes sparkled again. "Lily," he whispered. She looked at him. "Daniel," she said softly, "why are you here? How did you find me?" "I came to say sorry," Daniel said, holding her hands. Lily did not speak. So he knelt before her. I was confused, Daniel said softly, his voice shaking like leaves in the wind. I was ashamed, not of you, Lily, but of how others might see you. I cared too much about what people would say, about their whispers, their laughter. He looked down, unable to meet her eyes. But now I know you were never the one to be ashamed of. You were brave, braver than me. While I was busy pretending to be strong, you were carrying the truth all along. Lily stood still, silent, as if the whole world had stopped breathing. Daniel's voice cracked as he continued. You wore a scarf to hide your neck, Lily, but I wore lies to hide my heart. I ran from you because I was scared of how much I truly loved you. A tear rolled down Lily's cheek, but her face did not show pain. It showed peace. A quiet peace that blooms when someone finally sees the real you. She did not say anything at first. She just looked at Daniel. Her Daniel, the boy who once made her laugh with silly jokes and promised to eat her rolls forever. And for the first time in a long time, she smiled. Not because Daniel had come back, not because he finally understood, but because she had never stopped being herself. Daniel took a step closer. I do not expect anything, he whispered. I just needed you to know that my heart never stopped thinking about you. The wind outside gently lifted the edge of Lily's scarf. She did not fix it. She no longer needed to hide. Back in Whisper Wind, Lily's bakery became the heart of the village. People travelled from far away just to eat her rolls and hear her story. And one day, a kind, quiet man named Sam visited her shop. He did not ask about her neck. He only said, "Your smile tastes sweeter than your cake." And Lily smiled for real. Sam and Lily started seeing each other. After 4 months of being together, they got married under the old mango tree. The whole village danced and was happy for them. Even children with big ears, big hands, and long legs laughed freely. Because in Whisper Wind, no one had to hide. This story teaches us that true strength is not about fitting into what others expect, but about boldly embracing who we truly are, even the parts we once felt ashamed of. It reminds us that love should never come with conditions, and that the people who truly matter will accept us just as we are. It also shows that healing begins when we stop hiding, and in doing so, we give others permission to step into the light too. When we choose to live honestly and confidently, we create space for acceptance, kindness, and the kind of love that brings lasting peace, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. I hope you enjoyed the story.
Until next time, this is Rietta. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, like, share and comment below so that I will know your opinion. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be the first to know when the next video drops. Peace out.